Has the game gone soft going on for a bit longer?
I thought it was a very good decision. The momentum of the game had just kind of shifted, and it gave us a chance to sit down and just go, right, everyone, come on, we've just created a bit of breathing space, and then we conceded a soft try. Let's get these next few minutes right. What are we going to do? Right, let's restart, build that set of defenders, and actually from the moment we came out from the break, we were pretty good, weren't we? So I'm not going to complain about decisions like that. It was awful out there. You wouldn't have seen a game like that being played at the county ground. That's all I can say. In the old days.
First half was obviously a bit of a settling in. First half with the early kick-off.
Yeah, I think this for me, and I've just given the players great credit for this. So we start the week, and the first thing I start talking about to the players, because I've said to them, look, we're not going to run away from any of the tough decisions or tough chats we have to have around this. You guys experienced the Gloucester doubleheader where we lost the first game. We made 9 changes and went to Gloucester and won. Gloucester probably thought they'd done the hard part of that doubleheader by coming here and winning. Sale made, I think, a similar amount of changes. We've been away. Are we going to sit here and after this game and have lost the game because we had any hint of complacency or thinking we'd done the hard part of the job by going to Sale and winning? Sale make 9-10 changes, they come down, it captures. And I think it did, what it did, it created a bit of nervousness and a bit of edginess about us. And I think the team on the whole were a little bit like, how are we going to approach this? We can't be too relaxed, but we can't, and it does create a little bit of a different environment. And I think that nervousness and edginess probably didn't allow us to really flow in the first half, because I think you saw an Exeter team that probably was half thinking, oh, maybe we should be kicking here and not taking any chances, and half the team thinking, well, maybe it's the opportunity to play. And until you really align that, you never become a really fluid and good side. And I think at half time we just managed to realign them a little bit into exactly what we wanted to do. Obviously we had the benefit of the breeze then, which makes a lot of those decisions very easy, because if you're in your 22, you're going to exit by kicking. Once we get into the opposition half, we can expect to keep the ball, because actually if we give up, if we make the mistake, then for them to exit is a lot harder, and you're going to build possession, you're going to build territory. So the whole second half allowed us to align ourselves much better, and I think that's just what you saw. You saw us getting through the nervy and edgy bit, and then aligning ourselves in the second half and letting us drive the kind of game we wanted to create out there.
Just to check, sorry, did you actually go down into the change room? Did you know you had 5 minutes?
No, initially, by the time we got down from the grandstand, the referee initially was saying come back out, because it eased off straight away. Then it came back and he said, look, let's have 5 minutes. And I'm not sure what happened then, because we definitely weren't in the changing rooms for 5 minutes before we got the call to come out again. So we never really had a structured break of this is a definite 5-minute break. I don't know whether it was a TV influence thing or whether TV wanted us back out as quickly as possible for scheduling or whatever, but we'd only been in the changing room a couple of minutes before we got the call to try and come back out again.
You had time for that kind of...
We had time just for a quick chat about, just a little chat about just realigning ourselves, seeing out that final quarter by getting that territory, sets of defence, discipline, and ultimately that's what really happened. If you defended well and you had discipline, you were going to pin a team in that half in those conditions, weren't you?
Steve Darwin was just saying that no team in the country can keep your team out when you're 5 metres out. Do you have that feeling that once you've got that momentum and you're on a roll like that you are pretty difficult?
When we do it well, when we do it well, we are. And we didn't always do it well today, because we did get stopped a couple of times. But it's one of those areas. What's really nice, even the players are saying it, they feel like they're still growing as a team. They said it today. Well done. They actually said well done to each other, but there's a bit more there. There's a bit more to grow. And I think that's an element of some of the stuff you saw when we made mistakes. Again, was that little bit of us, that desperation to do well, sometimes doesn't always bring the best out of us, because the wrong guy picks, we get left a bit short at a clear out, whatever. But I'd rather have that as our work on than a work on where we're not really committing flat out physically. When we commit out flat out physically, we don't lose many games. We can be inaccurate, but we tend to win. When we align the two, we're very, very good.
A lot of English teams are having a struggle, aren't they, combining both competitions? You at the moment haven't had that problem. That's a tribute to you guys.
I think it's early days for us to say that, if I'm 100% honest with you. And we've got to go away to Leicester next week, and we've got Saracens here. They're going to be two hugely challenging games. Leicester aren't going to go along bumbling along the bottom of the Premiership. They're just not. I think we all know that, the quality of the players that are there. We have to make sure that we don't have to draw that big breath today on a short turnaround and go up to Leicester and underperform. And then find ourselves having to get something out of the game here against Saracens. I think then we go to we've got another away game before we go back into Europe. We could easily find ourselves in 3 weeks doing exactly what you're saying, and then we've got to try and commit back to the Heineken Cup. The important thing for us now is to be able to park this a little bit, learn the lesson from it, but park it. We've got an A-League game tomorrow night. Like I say, then we're going to have a couple of days training before we hit Leicester away. Obviously, we've got to make sure we get selection right and get some probably a little bit more energy back into the team with some changes, which we will be able to do. But we're going to have to refocus on the Premiership very quickly around this Christmas period. Otherwise, the challenges you're just saying are going to hit us just as hard as they hit everybody else.
And what about? Sorry, Rob.
Well, I was just going to say in Europe, I mean, you obviously want a home draw, and obviously you want a good home draw, don't you? You want to finish.
Yeah, and looking at how strong some other pools are being led, I don't, 19 points I think historically, I've just been told downstairs, has always been a qualifying in some way, either home or away. But I think looking at the quality of the pools and the way they're going to shake up, we're going to have to win at least one more game, and I could easily see us probably having to win two if we want to have a home quarter final. You could just look at the other pools and see how strong the teams are. There's plenty of other sides that have gone 4 out of 4, so it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge, but that's what the Heineken Cup should be about, shouldn't it? It should be a challenge. That's why it's such a great competition.
That was me. I was going to say so.
Thank you, guys. Safe journey.